Been a while since you've seen me in this format. Welcome back down into the den, everybody, and we're here for the annual Postmortem episode of Into the Den, and as always, I'm here with some of my friends from the Short Shift Podcast Discord, Rat, AJ, and our lovely friend Emily. How are we doing tonight,
What's up, everybody? I'm doing awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
We out here.
We out here. We wish
outside.
we wish we yes yes as Side Talk would say, we outside, but we wish we still
sorry
in
about the train.
we wish we still in playoffs, but unfortunately we outside now.
Yeah.
Just let's be real. This was sort of an extension of last year, except we actually played up to some sort of expectations. Last year, the writing was on the wall basically from the moment that Monty got fired. That we were in for one hell of a rebuild, and this was sort of the same thing. Nobody expected us to be as good as we were this season, and it still kind of feels like we underperformed to some degree, at least a little bit in the playoffs. But before we get ahead of ourselves, there, first of all, like, comment, and subscribe. Nailed it. But I think it's important as part of like the wholesale thing. We got to go over like the draft and free agent signings at like the very start. Bruins had a really good draft to start at the season. I mean, when you get James Higgins at 7, like a consensus first overall pick before Schaefer, Misa, and Frondell decided to kick everybody's ass the year prior. When you land that guy at 7, you're doing all right. And I know 2025 was not as is kind of like in terms of between like 23, 24, and 26. Like, it's a little bit of a blip on the radar in terms of the impact, but Higgins is still looking to be good. Will Moore was still a nice pickup. I'm still really, really excited to see how Vasek Lenart develops. Kirill Yemelyanov had a really nice season in the MHL. But we get to free agent signings, and it's this franchise has a type. This franchise absolutely has a type, doesn't it?
Yeah. Piss and vinegar is, I believe they say, but then also apparently that translates to giving contracts to fourth liners, third liners that probably go to our young players there.
Don't you dare disrespect Sean Corrali. That's all I'm going to say. Don't you dare disrespect Sean Corrali.
We
never do that to Rob.
We love Sean Corrali in this house. Yeah,
Good old Corrali.
I mean, admittedly, the only free agent pickup, which wasn't even really a free agent signing, it was a trade. Sending a fifth to Edmonton for freaking Victor Arvidsson. I remember Ty Anderson being like, "Why trade Trent Frederick? He's the same player." Arvidsson has actually, no, that was what is it? That was his reaction to signing Tanner Jeannot to that insane contract. But like, Arvidsson had a really nice season. Really hoping that we re-sign him, but if we re-sign him, don't give him a no trade or no movement clause. Like, I cannot have someone that is that good of a rental be forced to be carried to the end of his contract without us trying to trade him. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm glad
And not
go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Not to pivot from RV, but you mentioned Jeannot earlier on accident, but even when you come to Jeannot completely outperformed what I was originally expecting from him. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
Well, yeah,
But I really like Jeannot this year.
Jeannot was great. I don't think that we're ever gonna get the same Tanner Jeannot that we saw in that like 1 year with Nashville, but like he's still someone that provides a decent amount of utility to a bottom six. I think that he's gonna be all right for the next few years. I think that we'd move on from him either in year 4 or year 5. Hell, I could even see us trying to move on from him in year 3. I don't know. This it's a contract that's like, it's not as bad as when we first thought it was, but I think that it's still it's still definitely a bullet that we have to bite a little bit.
Yeah, for
To an
real.
extent, yeah.
It's more like the term that like a lot of people have problems with, because the way that guy played today. Yeah, no, they really were not lying when they said piss and vinegar and snarl and spit and all that shit. Just
Yeah,
Tanner
he's
Jeannot
not
played
only
today?
is yeah. I mean, not only was he a big body.
Wishful thinking, I know.
Yeah, not only was he a big body that just like struck fear into the eyes of the opposition. Hell, I mean, look at that first Montreal game in Montreal with I believe it's the second fight of the game. I'm not sure, but just absolutely fed whoever the hell it was. I think it was Jack-Eye. Jack-Eye is fucking lunch, and he can also. He had a beautiful snipe in was it game 3 in Boston in the post. So the guy can score, the guy can dish, the guy is just a wonderful body to have. I mean, that fourth line towards the end of the season, especially in the postseason, was probably our most consistent line. So I got really no problems. Just I think lie with the same thing as everybody else. It's just more like the amount of years you gave this guy and the no movement clause that goes until was it year 3 there of his contract?
I think year 3 is when and he has like a 15 team no trade list. Year 4 it's down to 7, and then year 5 is his full movement.
Yeah.
But honestly, keeping on the fourth line being best line, underrated captaincy take, Mark Kastelik.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. So many people are going to disagree with me on that, but I don't give a shit.
The
Gotta get nasty with casting.
Casty is nasty. Now, honestly, in terms of like the players that you're going to be looking for captaincy, it's pretty much down to 3. It's Pasta, it's McAvoy, and it's Zadorov. Pasta, yeah. I'm not Pasta. There's a part of me that still isn't entirely sold on him, but I can absolutely be convinced. McAvoy, that slash on Benson, and even if he did get slew-footed to hell and back, I think like you gotta keep your composure. You can't be a captain and do something that rash and in the waning minutes of an elimination game. Zadorov at this point, a lot of the penalties he takes are just because Zadorov big. We saw this a lot with Chara near the end, like during his prime. I say this as if they're even remotely the same player. No, Zadorov.
I mean, they're both named Z. To be fair, they're both called Z.
They are both called Z.
Just one's Big Z.
One's Big Z, one's Little Z at this point.
Zadorov Little is a fucking pig.
Listen, he's little compared to Chara. Chara was like Chara was 6'9", Zadorov's like what, 6'6"?
Nice.
Fair.
Yeah. And then we're looking at, I mean, kind of runs into the same issue as, Zadorov in game 4 towards the end there with that cross check on Darlene. I mean, Darlene was kind of taking him on the whole series and kind of being a little bit of a bitch most of the series. If you ask me, like, Darlene, I don't really love that guy as a captain in Buffalo, but I don't know where the hell you put the C
You
down there.
sure as
He's
shit
young
don't put
and
it on Tage Thompson.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. No.
Yeah, no.
I agree. I was like, yeah. I mean, if you had like Tuck locked up like long term, I'd be like maybe, but like, no, it's too late. It's on Darlene and he's young and it's gonna stay with him. But like, yeah, no, Zadorov. I wonder if he lashed out because of the pain from that MCL tear, though. Let's be honest.
Oh God, yeah. The litany of injuries throughout this season was crazy. Pasta, Peak, and Zaka were all dealing with. They were all dealing with injuries for like the better part of the season, and which is honestly kind of crazy because like a lot of those injuries came up during the Olympic break, and Zaka ended up playing some of the best hockey I've ever seen the dude play on just on a mangled hand. And
yeah, it's insane. He had not had a hat trick prior to this season in his entire NHL career. He got 2 this year. One in a losing effort, the other in a winning. So that's
the other in a
solid.
winning that got overshadowed by Marat Hustadinov getting 4 frickin' goals.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy for Husty there because it's like he's good speed on the forecheck, and that's really kind of how you want to use him. He's right now with his age, and you put him on a line with Pasternak. He goes in, and I think Rat said this before. It's just he goes in with a puck deep. He just gets the puck, gets at the Pasta, and then like Pasta does what Pasta does. So like that's kind of where I am at with Malarat, as we call him.
And speaking of Pasta doing what Pasta does, that was a thing that a lot of people were a little bit concerned about with Pasta not hitting 30 goals for the first time since like his rookie or sophomore season. And but like the dude also put up 71 assists and still got to 100 points in this season. The dude was for all intents and purposes still an amazing first line center.
He's straight up the reason why Geeky had a 39 goal season. Let's be real. The only reason why he didn't do a bajillion goals this season is because he's too busy putting the puck on other players' sticks. You can't score goals if you're too busy passing it to your opponent, or not your opponents, obviously, but to your other players.
I mean, sometimes your opponent, but honestly, I'm pretty convinced that if Pasta was not skating on like a pulled groin from I think it was November onwards, he probably could have easily put up 80, maybe even 90 assists. I'm hesitant to say 100, but yeah, I think Pasta could have absolutely had a better season than what he did, even for how good he was this season. But at the same time, but also it is just it's so refreshing to see him like take this step into not just being a great goal scorer, but also like a bona fide playmaker.
Yeah, I like to think that Alex Lyon is shitting his pants after that Game 5 game-winning goal from Pop. Like he was doing that on one fucking leg.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. It's like Shaggy with like 2% of his fucking power, like, and you still got absolutely destroyed. It's fucking insane.
His left skate barely missed that puck. He
like
is absolutely
I'm not even at 2% of my
in.
fucking power.
My full fucking percentage of my power. Give your balls a tug. Holy fuck.
There's the short.
Just fucking deep Lion out of his jock, which, like, no disrespect fully to Lion, but Lion was jawing up a storm since he entered in game, what was it, 2?
Yeah, it was
They put
game
him in after
2.
UPL was getting shelled. Yeah, UPL was getting UP shelled, and then they put in Lyon, and he's just talking his shit, which, he backed it up. Good on him, but I give more credit to the Buffalo defense because the looks that he was getting were clean.
Why is it always Alex Lyon that backstops a team into a series that's a lot more taxing on the Bruins than it should be? Like, first it was Florida in 2023, and now it's this.
Yeah, the second he gets into postseason, he just turns into a complete brick wall. It's ridiculous. I do not get it.
The dude is new age Curtis Joseph. I swear to fucking God.
Oh my God, Cujo, or kind of just he doesn't play like him, but it's like Tim Thomas once he finally got his his mojo back and fucking established himself in the postseason. I don't think he's a Tim Thomas type, but just in the sense of you have a good enough team in front of that guy, he can carry you to a title. But you have to have a really good defense in front of him, like Buffalo does.
Yeah. It's honestly kind of crazy just how, I didn't think about how good Buffalo's defense was beyond Power and Dahlin, but Matthias Samuelsson is still a really freaking good defenseman. And
then you got Zach Benson. I can't stand the guy. I think for after that series, I think he's a little weasel.
Benson, Zach Benson's a little bit of a putz, but I think, he's still one heck of a two-way forward.
Forward. My bad. Oh my God. I swear I watched it. What was I thinking of? Bowen Byram? I think I was thinking of Bowen Byram.
Bowen Byram, honestly, I'm so happy that he is as good as he is. He was the guy that I liked the moment that he came into the league in Colorado, and I'm so happy that he's still as good as he is.
Yeah. There's him, and then talk about forwards that were pissing me off. It's fucking Josh Doan. Really doing his best tail tuck Kachuk impression there. Every single time he got in there, could not stand up for himself. But hey, you gotta go. Good on him.
Honestly, I really wish that he wasn't part of the Peterka deal. I think that him staying with Utah would have been maybe this is just me liking Shane Doan on a lot, but I think that it would have been nice to have his son be and be able to stick around with the next permutation of that franchise.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, fully agree there.
And
then also, I think that Utah probably would have been better off not pulling the trigger on that deal, but hindsight's 2020. So.
Oh yeah, I think that honestly, a top line of Peterka, Cooley, and Gunther is going to be really fun. I don't think, and honestly, it might even be better than what it could have been, and with Doan instead of Peterka. But even still, I think that Utah is still a little bit away from contention. But I still really, really like that franchise. I like what they're doing so far.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah.
Great job by the Salt Lake City Soakers. Yeah.
Speaking of young guns, the youth on this team. Thank you so much, Marco Sturm, for playing the young guys is a lot. Fraser Minton, oh my God, I can understand why he didn't get why he wasn't a Calder finalist, because Schaefer is running away with that, and Schaefer's running away with that. And if it wasn't him, it was going to be either Demidov or Seneca. I still think that Beckett, Seneca, Cutter Gauthier, and who's the other who's the other guy that I'm thinking of there?
I can't think of one off my head.
Fuck, I can't think of it.
Brain fart.
Okay. It's all right. Hit a bunch of people in front of Minton, but yeah, Minton was a quality rookie that like anybody would have been lucky to have on their team.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean the he brought to the team aside from I guess his face-off
Mason
acumen is his shorthand, like the guy on the PK. Like, I mean, hell, how many rookies do you see? I'm pretty sure he was running PK1.
It was McTavish that I was thinking of, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that
Right.
I think that McTavish, Seneca, and Gauthier is gonna end up being an insane line for them. But but yeah, Minton. Oh my god, I love the fact that he knows that he has a killer of a shot.
Yes. Hands for days too.
Oh my god, yeah. And admittedly, I'm happy. I'm happy to know that that Neely in the end of season presser today seemed to have that confidence in him to be like, we have first line talent in Higgins and in Minton, but they're not at that point yet. I'm happy to know that this franchise has that confidence in them, because when's the last time you've known the Boston Bruins to have that much confidence in their young prospects? But also, yes, 100% they're not there. They're not there yet. And I loved Higgins in what he showed. Still not there yet.
Yeah, good speed into the zone, great disruptor, gets into the dirty areas, has a hell of a fucking shot. Once he gets adjusted to the NHL and fully, the man is going to go off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not there yet, but he is absolutely on his way.
They were talking about. Go ahead.
Next season, I can absolutely see one of them making a jump to first line center. And for the love of God, I don't think I've ever actually said this about a player, but this franchise needs to buy out Elias Lindholm, and I know that has a lot of ramifications on cap flexibility. I don't care. This is a bad contract. We knew it from the moment that it was signed that it was a bad contract. He has done very little to justify his spot on. He has done very little to justify almost $8 million a year that you have signed him to. And the contract is very, very close to unmovable. You can...
That, and the other thing is why they kept him on the top 6 for so long this season is completely beyond me. I just do not understand it.
Especially when another one of the young guys, Husnudinov, comes up into the 1C role after Lindholm blows a tire and is out for a few weeks, and he's so much better. He gives the top line in the speed and momentum that it needs to facilitate an offensive zone entry, which it's been so long since we've had a top line center that's able to do that. No disrespect to Bergeron at all, my favorite player of all time. He was never really that fast. He was never really immediate. Hootsie?
No, he was that
blistering.
Yeah. Bergie was that two-way center that was just really good in both ends. I mean, hell, they should it's a take beaten to death, but I agree with it so much as they should just rename the Frank J. Selke trophy to the frickin' Patrice Bergeron trophy.
Oh, God, yeah.
He fully, he's the textbook definition offense, like of defensive forward.
Yep.
Just
He probably
So-
would have still
so
won
good.
it this year if he was still in.
yeah. It's what takes a lot of the legends out of the game is back injuries, which is why he retired. Is his back.
But
And
what is it?
probably from carrying this franchise.
Also, speaking of bad contracts, stop giving extended contracts to guys who have only proven their worth for a month. And I am looking
Yep.
directly at the Alex Steves contract. I loved Steves at the start of the season. He was doing pretty good. I loved it when he scored on the Leafs. It was mad funny. And now I'm really, really upset that the Leafs have the first overall pick, and so we're not getting Daxon Rudolph or Carson Carell. And it's very, very unlikely that we're getting Landon DuPont next year. But at the same time, like a solid month and a half where you're scoring at an unsustainable rate is not. That's not any good analytics department should be able to look at that and say yeah, no, this is a really good stretch. It's not. He's not going to be anything more than this. It's like seeing Andrew Mangiapane's 30-goal season and being like, yes, immediately sign him to a 5x5.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know if a team actually did that. I forget what Mangiapane's his contract looks like, but you get my point. He's this is not someone that deserved an extension and it kind of leads to a bit of a discussion about one of the things that a lot of people were upset about with the Bruins, and that was their inaction at the deadline. And there's a lot of coulda, shoulda, woulda about the deadline. People think that we should have sold. I think that really the Justin Falk trade that Detroit made was the canary in the coal mine. I think that as soon as teams realize, I think that as soon as teams realized what the asking price was for someone of that ilk was this season, they're like, nuh-uh, no. Like at that point, you're asking us to pay a first and assets for someone like Middlestat, which no, nuh-uh.
No, I agree.
I
agree fully. It's just like, I mean, hell, I was sitting there deadline day, and it's just like, Mr. Incredible looking at me and like, what are you waiting for? Oh, something exciting, I guess.
Amazing, I guess.
Yeah, something amazing, I guess. Me too, kid.
Me
But
too.
like, it's just, it's like all I got was the Lucas Reichel deal. But honestly, I'm just glad that they did not try to force a trade for the sake of the fact that it was the trade deadline.
Right.
I agree fully with you. It's just everybody's asking price was probably way too high, and the only piece you're really going to sell off, well, Peak. You'd be lucky to get a bag of hockey pucks for Peak. He
didn't get a
did
moldy
better in the
sandwich
post.
that's been in the trunk of my freaking car for the past 2 weeks.
I'll trade my empty bowl of ice cream for Andrew Peak. That's about the value that I have. That I see.
You're overpaying.
He had some okay games during the postseason, but you weren't going to be able to move him, and then you weren't going to be able to Arvidsson. It was there was no reason to just force your hand on that.
The thing also with Arvidsson is he was on a no movement clause this year.
Oh, that makes sense. You say he waived his NMC to come to Boston? Was that what was good with that, or?
No, we traded for him. I think June 30th, which was the last day before his no movement clause kicked in.
Edmonton did what Toronto should have done with Mitch Marner. Okay,
exactly. But the thing with Marner was that the five there was that like that was right before they probably would have traded Marner if Dubas didn't get fired, and as soon as Tree Living got hired, Shanahan was sure as hell not going to allow him to make the move that he pretty much fired Dubas for wanting to make.
Yeah, he was just in the mood, for Tree Living in the moment, all that shit. And then that came and that went. Holy hell.
God, how do we feel about fucking John Chayka as their new general manager?
Good old Jingleheimer Schmidt. Oh, he's gonna fucking turn the Leafs to shit, and I love it.
All I gotta say is
turn the Leafs to shit. You have to turn them into not being shit first. Just throwing that out there.
That's yeah.
Mulch right
they
now.
may have got the first round pick this year, but that's kind of beside the point. They're still garbage, and we still own them.
Yeah. Honestly,
speaking of the Leafs, real quick, the one silver lining of them getting the first round pick and taking it away from our potential of getting it is well, we wouldn't have got first, but we would have got a pick. Is that Florida? They got stuck with ninth. They went through all that effort to tank, and they got stuck with ninth pick.
Yep. Which honestly at this point for them I'd be looking at defense because it is pretty clear that Ekblad is way too injury prone to keep trotting him out as the be all end all for your defense.
Yeah, what are they going to do with fucking Bobrovsky?
His nickname is Ekblad for a reason.
Yeah.
Like hurt bad, yeah. Yeah, it sucks. But then you have fucking Bobrovsky. It's sounding more and more like they're nowhere near like an agreement on the contract extension over there before this becomes a freaking Panthers podcast.
Whatever Bobrovsky gets is going to be his last contract. I think you think he's going to
be like a Jonathan Quick or starter? So
I think that he still has like one or two more years as a starter left, but not in Florida, I think. But
it'd be hilarious if he went to Edmonton.
But
and then won a cup with Edmonton.
In terms of the youth, with the prospects coming up, I think that like at this point, I just did the failed rebuilds video. I don't see a universe in which we're bringing Lysell up anymore. I don't think that we're, and I think that this offseason we got to make a decision on what we want to do with Patra, because I was actually at Amica Mutual Pavilion for I think it was Game 3 of the play of their first round series against Springfield, and he was very much playing with the attitude of I probably should not still be down here.
Yeah.
And I think
go ahead.
I think that like it's not entirely an indictment on the I don't think it's entirely an indictment on the Bruins front office for letting that be the case because like as much as we loved Patra, he was never going to be the answer to first line center. Lysell was never going to be Lysell was going to be at the absolute best a really good second line. Like this was not going to be a haul of prospects for us to go into the next generation with. The only one that really panned out was the the love of our friend Emily here, Mason Lorai. The only one that's still with the team.
Gotta give her a Mason minute.
Give Emily the Mason minute.
Give her a full 60 to just talk about Mason Lorai.
I think he really stepped up this year.
I
compared to his performance in the past couple of seasons. Like, he still had his mistakes, of course, but I don't know. I was impressed with him this year. It's a damn shame that he's probably going to end up getting traded, but that's hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he definitely had a couple of rough moments this year, but like you said, Emily, for the most part, I was super, super impressed with him this year. He definitely stepped it up this season.
I know plus minus doesn't really mean anything, but he went from minus 43 to plus 17.
And that mattered.
Wow. That's a really good jump. Which, by the way, the hilarious part is what is it? If I'm not mistaken, that minus 43 last year was second worst in the league, only to, I think it was Zadorov.
Oh my god. They were on the same line, right?
I'm pretty sure that was the outright worst. I think he got the green jacket.
It was either him or Zadorov that had the worst, but either way they had -1 separating them. But actually, I guess on the subject of Lorai, we do still have him for one more year, and then he becomes an RFA. So we do still have some time to decide whether what we want to do with him. I think honestly, one of the best things that Sturm did was move him to the right side of the defense.
100%.
Oh yeah, you said Zadorov?
Was I wrong in that?
2024-25, he went plus 25.
But then who the fuck was I thinking of? This mine in this NHL 25.
Likely had a smoke bee on their chest because we were getting absolutely fucking.
Next worth was Bertuzzi at minus 39.
Ah, gotcha.
A former Bruin. Okay.
He played the full 82. Lorai missed 5 games.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, it was what is it? Honestly, I think it was probably me thinking about what is it? Zadorov having the most penalty minutes, which I mean he had the most penalty minutes again this year, but I mean, like we said near the start of this, a lot of the penalties is at some point just ended up devolving into penalty Zadorov because big.
Yeah.
And that brings me back to captaincy stuff, especially with Zadorov. Despite his penalty minutes, like, look at other teams like Dallas is a perfect example. Jamie Benn is their fucking captain. Penalty minutes and things like that has nothing to do with captaincy. Captaincy is all about leadership, and that is exactly what Zadorov does with this team. He is such a powerful voice in that locker room. Like, it's insane.
You see, like, some of his interviews, too, like, the way that he converses with the media, talks about the team, and then, like, takes ownership for his shit, you know? Like, I mean, he could be a great captain. I mean, he's currently not my pick for captain, I'm going to be honest, but I say put a letter.
Everybody knows it's going to be Pasternak. Like, let's be real.
Pick.
I do think that like less than 1 year into your tenure with a team, if you're so committed to showing out for your guys that you're waiting on the tarmac for Higgins and Moore to fly in. and which, by the way, happened at like 0 dark 30 because they had 2 canceled flights and 1 delayed out of LAX. Most normal LAX experience, by the way.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's just air travel in the U.S. right now in general.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this was also. Also 1 year ago.
Zadorov bleeds black and gold. Yeah, he bleeds black and gold though. It's freaking crazy. The man came here because he wanted to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we gave him a pretty solid contract. I know that a lot of people disagree with that, but you're looking at $5 million for a defenseman with the cap going up over the next 2 seasons. It's gonna look like peanuts. I mean, we were talking about this earlier this year. I think it was probably the midpoint of the season where we were talking about it. We're looking at his contract. We're looking at what the market is going to be, and you're going to. I personally, when you get close to the end of his contract, I say extend him. I'm sorry. I want this man on the team. I love the energy he brings. I love the leadership in the locker room, and he fucking loves this city and he loves this team.
I think that I wonder if there's any way to like restructure the contract to lower the AAV by just a little bit, but also to give him 1 more year on top of that.
Potentially, but I mean, that's the thing with these players. It's real hard to take the money away from them. But if you lower it's like you say, if you lower the AAV, but you add another year, he still ends up getting more money, but probably not as much money as he would if he went on the market. I mean, you're looking at an extension for this guy. You're probably looking at 6.5, with the cap going up twice over the next 2 seasons.
I mean,
he's a top pair defenseman for your team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure when's the last time a team was able to restructure a contract like that, and honestly, that's probably going to be some Seth Jarvis contract levels of ramifications on the league that Bettman's probably going to have to make a rule about the next offseason. But I mean, shit, it's worth a shot.
Hold my beer. Otani, hold my beer.
Who?
Shohei Otani for the deferred payment.
Oh my god.
Shohei Zadorov.
Please don't.
Zadohei.
So, Zadohei. Oh, Nikita. I don't know. I don't have anything further than that. Zadohei is better.
Shokita. Shokita Zadotani.
I can dig it.
So,
weird.
So I think all this ends up leading to the 6-game performance against the Buffalo Sabres, and honestly, I think that this was absolutely a rubber meets the road type meeting, where the Bruins were never going to win this. The Bruins were never going to win this series. I was arguing with someone earlier today that who was insisting that part of the reason we lost was because we sent Higgins down to the AHL for 4 games instead of immediately bringing him up here. And I'm like, if you think that James Higgins being NHL trained for maybe 1 or 2 more games was the linchpin that would have won us a game, that would have won us a series against an infinitely better Buffalo team at all facets, you are delusional. You are
dropping
100%.
him immediately into a playoff situation would have been a take.
Yeah. It's crazy because for this series, right? If you had told me, this went 6 or 7 games and Paige Thompson only scored 2 fucking goals the whole series, I've been so we're up 3-2, right?
Yeah,
no.
I'm happy.
Fuck?
Honestly, what is it? I'll actually be honest. The moment that I knew that this season was okay, this is more of this is definitely an experimental year. the moment that that was like when we lost, I think it was 6-2 to the Wild, where Quinn Hughes had like some of his first goals as a member of the Wild. Well, that was when I knew this, like, okay, the best that this team is going to do is like maybe a 6, maybe a 7 game series in the playoffs. No one make the joke.
And then they wanted to give me hope, and then shit kicked the fucking
7.
Wild towards the end of the
Shut
season.
the fuck up, Rat. I swear to God.
Don't put me in the situation and it won't fucking happen. You do it all the time to me, Bex. You are one to talk.
See, I do it all the time because I know it pisses people off, honestly.
Bex doesn't do it on a live recording all the time, though. That's the difference.
What is it? I made a. I remember in the. What is it? At the start of this season, when I made the trade that nobody lost video. When I was talking about. When I was talking about Speak of the Devil, Tage fucking Thompson, and I had mentioned that he was like 6'7", and I had a text pop up saying, "I'm not making the joke. Fuck you."
Yeah. See, that's the perfect usage of that, though.
Yeah,
I remember.
But I think actually on that note, just a little bit of gratitude to everybody watching. I know that about halfway through the season, it was the last proper Into the Den episode that I made was the Stadium series, and that was because I was dealing with a bunch of personal stuff that I do not need to get into at this current moment. But the time spent away from making Into the Den episodes, and the time instead spent making video essays, helped my channel grow to an extent that I never expected. I never expected to be sitting here with 1,400 subscribers and a video on the precipice of 60,000 views, and I could not have done any of that without you all in call, and without you guys watching this. You all in call were absolutely some of my biggest cheerleaders throughout it all, urging me to take mental health breaks when needed, and which
it's not like we don't love you or anything.
Exactly.
Girl, meeting you on Twitter, like one of the best freaking things that happened. Like we had like the occasional back and forths there, but then like when we formed the Short Shift Discord, and then I saw you in here, I was like, this is freaking perfect. Yep. And then when we met in person at the watch party for the Celtics in the finals,
the one game in that series that they lost.
I blame my boy for bringing a fucking painted broom to that fucking game. That's why.
Fuck Kyrie Irving.
Nope.
Fuck Kyrie Irving. But also, honestly, I was joking about this on my Instagram story earlier today. And just watching the side talk interview with Mamdani after the Knicks one is like he's the only person that can get me to root for the Knicks. So in the spirit of that, fuck Trae Young. Fuck Trae.
Fuck you, Trae Young.
Fuck Trae Young. All my homies hate Trae Young, but honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for helping me get to the highs that I achieved this season, and rest assured, we're not stopping anytime soon.
Hell no.
Fucking. So what's wrong with the Vancouver Canucks is scripted, and it was recorded earlier today, and then Audacity crashed on me, and and before I saved it, so fuck me, I guess I gotta re-record it tomorrow. Oh, I got a video essay in the works about politics. I got a video essay in the works about Matt Sundin that I have to actually rewrite a little bit of it because I wrote some of that. I wrote most of it back in like November, which means that there's a joke about fucking who is it? Austin Matthews not yet breaking the Leafs goal record, and also a joke about Buffalo not being good, which
Uh-oh.
well,
Uh-oh.
both of those aged poorly, but both of those are on the way. There's also honestly a video that I'm like I put out a poll earlier today of what you guys want to see, and I am working on all of those videos, including ranking all of the players all the athletes who have gained an exceptional player status in Canadian juniors, and also a little bit of a new series. Now this isn't the one that I told Rat, AJ, and Emily about beforehand. With the NHL draft coming up, Urinating Tree's been doing this with the NFL draft, where after 5 years he'll do a retrospective on the first round of past drafts. I think that the development curve for the NHL is a little bit longer than 5 years. It's usually more around 8. By the time you're about 8 years into your 8 years after the draft, you kind of know where a player is going to be. So soon enough, you will be seeing a retrospective of the first round of the 2018 NHL draft, which is honestly a lot worse than that draft is a lot worse than I expected. Barrett Hayton and Philip Zadina before Quinn Hughes, to give you an idea of how bad it is.
File that under oopsie.
Yeah. And now the guy that drafted Barrett Hayton is the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
To be fair, though, at the same time, hindsight's always 20/20. But at the same time, like I said, that was definitely
hindsight in this case is 2018. Hey-o. But for the future of this channel and the new series that I was talking to everybody in here about, Into the Den is going to take a 1-year hiatus. Yes. But you will still be getting post-game coverage of the Boston Fleet. I want you all to say hello to Fleet Focus. It's gonna be the new series for next season, and we're gonna do it for a year, maybe even more than that, just to see how post game content of the PWHL is received. You know, we like to grow the game around here, don't we? Don't we, fellas?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hello there, Fleet Focus.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Aaron Frankel is a fucking wall. I fucking love Aaron Frankel.
Aaron Frankel is so
Goddess.
fucking good.
Goddess.
She's a walrus. Ridiculous.
She is a walrus. God,
Hang on.
I am so excited for this.
It's a walrus. Ridiculous.
I might also just periodically be making videos about the Bruins in case I want to, share my thoughts about them. Just because Into the Den is pausing for one season doesn't mean that it's going to be completely dead. And
I mean, obviously, there's going to be some times where you got to be giving them their stick taps, and at the same time, there's definitely going to be a few videos where you're going to want to completely bitch about them.
Yep.
100%.
Speaking of the future for the Bruins, I feel like going on the roster right now and seeing and just in general being okay, what is this going to look like for next season? I could see for next season the top line is pretty easily just to start out. It's going to be Geeky, Lindholm, Pasternak. I don't see them giving Hagen's first line liberties is that early on, and second line I could see that, and I could see that being Middlestat, Husnudinov, Hagens, maybe move Hagens to center. I think that as much as I love what Sturm did throughout the season, especially with playing the young guys, one of the biggest ways that he mismanaged Hagens in the limited time was not playing him at center.
Yeah,
he's all right on the wing. I think that he's a lot better of a player at center.
Another huge gripe that I had with Sturm this season, especially towards the middle and the end of the season, was, dude, why the hell did you split him up from Geeky? Why?
I don't know.
Oh, no, yeah.
39 goal season, and you're gonna split that up? What are you thinking?
Third line, I could see that being Steve's, Minton, and Jeannot as much. Actually, you know what? No, I'm keeping Jeannot on the fourth because Jeannot, Corrali, Kastelik is still an insane in fourth line. Is just a matter of I don't know who the hell we're getting at third line wing. That's probably going to be something that they figure out in the offseason. Who knows? Maybe they resign. Oh wait, shoot! I haven't even mentioned Middlestat in all of this. Yes. Fuck.
I have. I'm dropping it in the chat real quick. I have the. Just looked up the Bruins salary cap.
Dom.
Dom Tiano. Yeah.
Dom is such a fucking gem. I love him.
You guys are on a website. I didn't even know that.
What is it for defense? I'm not gonna lie. I liked what Aspero was doing in short bursts. I don't think that he's long-term material for this team. I think that is he a solid defenseman? Maybe as a bottom pair guy. Having him as your top pair defenseman for the entire season is indicative of you need defensive depth.
100%.
And the crazy part is you're operating as though you're so starved for it on the left side that you need to play Aspero when you have Hampus Lindholm, Nikita Zadorov, and Mason frickin' Lohrei. You have a pretty solid left side of the defense. Meanwhile, your right side is Charlie McAvoy, and Henry Jokiharju and Andrew Peak can't remove their thumbs from each other's asses as fast enough.
That and another big issue is Hampus. He's normally a very, very, very solid defenseman, but this year he drove me absolutely insane.
Bad this year. And
he's making 6.5, by the way.
Control your stick, for crying out loud. That is first day stuff.
Yep.
That's the stuff that you learn when you are 6 years old, first learning how to skate.
Keep your stick on the fucking ice! I'm pretty sure that was
he makes
Corey
6.5
Perry.
mil per year. Yeah, Pompous makes 6.5 per freaking year.
I think that he's still
to make all those sticking fractions.
And the frustrating thing is, I still think that he's worth that contract. It's just that it's hard to justify it after this year when he was so bad.
Yeah, he's sitting here with the hindsight, but yeah, no, it's like you know, he could have a bounce back year, and then this man, he keeps getting injured.
Yeah.
I mean, like they talk about it on Short Shift pretty often. Like he is always out there, and he is just making up for the fact that he's hurt, and so he's making all these fucking stick infractions.
I think, you know what I think it is. Remember last year where when he took a shot right in the knee and it killed his entire season. I think that he's still not entirely recovered from that.
Exactly.
Against Montreal, I remember very specifically.
I don't even think it was against Montreal. I actually think that it was against. I think it might have been against St. Louis.
Because I thought he went to block a shot against Montreal in Boston, and then his freaking like something about his leg. I don't remember.
Well, the whole thing about that block is it hit that perfect spot in between his pads that is just super duper vulnerable.
Yeah.
And if you take a fast enough shot in that area, like, let's be for real, that can end a career, for crying out loud.
That's the big thing that I'm worried about, is that might be a career ender in the long run.
Do you want to know something? Side tangent, real quick. You know how there was a lot of conversation going about just trade Matthew Patra?
Yeah.
He's an RFA, so you're trading his rights. You're not simply just trading Matthew Patra. So I feel vindicated. That's all I'll say on that.
The only reason why people were saying trade Patra to begin with is he had a rough season this year. That's all.
I think
he's still a great player. It's just, for crying out loud, every now and then you're going to have an off season. Bergeron has had off seasons. Pasternak has had off seasons. Like, it happens.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was kind of part of that trade Patra. I
was too.
But that's also
I'm talking off season, by the way.
Yeah, that's also. I feel like that was also because, it was during one. It was near the deadline, and I felt like, honestly, he's a strong enough prospect that can act as a pretty good sweetener to any deal.
Exactly.
And right now,
your timing was correct. I'm talking about people saying it now, and I'm like, man's an RFA.
And also what is it? It feels weird to say this because because it feels like it's been so long since we've actually been able to say this. We have a logjam at center right now. Like we have Hagens, we have Minton, we have Patra, we have Letourneau coming up. We have all these centers, and it's just like, okay, at some point you got to move off of one. Secondly, I feel like because we have guys like Hagens, like Minton, like honestly Husnudinov at some point, and it's when he was playing center, we have these players that have leapfrogged Patra in the organization, and so I don't think, and so I was team get what you can for him right now.
Yeah, no, that was my whole take as well. Is it's just like, for crying out loud, if we're not going to use him upstairs, he has so much value as far as like trade value. Like, get rid of him while he's still hot.
He and Lysell are going to be
dealt to Calgary. Yeah, he was almost dealt to Calgary with
Laura.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just right now.
Either bring him upstairs or trade him. It's not that deep.
Yeah, now it's you have to either trade his rights or sign him. So that's where you're at, because he's an RFA.
Yeah.
But like, why? Like personally, I'm like, why would you just deal his rights for like? I don't understand that personally. Um, and looking over again at like kind of the lines, and they're talking about they're projecting Steve's. It's going to be in the lineups. I know a lot of people are projecting that Steve's is probably going to be in the A, because you can put him in the A.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I kind of would. And then it's just looking at just these lines. It's just like Arvidsson. I really don't want us to fall into. Well, that's the price for free agency again. I just don't want us to overspend on Arvidsson because I like him on this team. I fucking love what he did this year, but it's also he got hurt towards the end of the year, and I mean I don't know how good he's going to bounce back. And then tangentially, I'm like looking at that, and I'm like, if he doesn't come back, and Steve's goes down to the A, you have a spot for Patra.
Yeah. RV on a 2x4.
And
RV on a 2x4 without any movement clauses, without any movement restrictions. Is the price that I'm willing to pay for him, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, the other odd man out there is Asimont. But I think you just trade Asimont this offseason,
Yeah.
like get like a 3rd round pick if you can.
What is it? Do we think that Calgary takes Patra, Lysell, and 22 for 6?
Who says no?
It's wishful thinking here. Maybe you guys can turn them into Pygmalion.
Girl, I need to take a bong rip if I'm going to answer this question.
Can please, we want our 6th. Please.
Yeah,
Please.
We should have got
Please,
first
I
place.
need Daxon Rudolph in a Bruins uniform. I need Carson
Why don't
Carell.
we just give it to us? Why don't we just give us the pick?
Do you understand that even though he probably is good enough to justify us taking him, do you understand how humiliating it is probably going to be to root for a guy named Pipparainen?
For real.
Well,
we have our first this year, right?
For Pipparainen, what will we land on for a nickname for him?
Pippy.
Pipples.
Pipsqueak.
I'm just popping pipples real quick.
Pipsqueak would be a great one.
Pipsqueak would be a good one if he sucks.
Especially when he enters the league. Well, I mean, when he enters the league, you'd be like, "What's up, Pipsqueak?" It's like part of the rookie hazing, probably. But
as a rookie, it doesn't matter what team he's on. He's gonna get chirped the shit out of by the entire bench and get called Pipsqueak.
Yep.
Yeah. We have our first this year, right?
We do have our first. It's just like 22nd, 23rd.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, we got Dean Letourneau at 25, so I mean, hey.
I still love that. I still love the journey that pick went on, and we got. I was like the moment that I saw that trade that we got, where I was looking at the package we got for Allmark and was like, we got our original first round pick back. Let's go.
100%, 100%. Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean, we dealt that for Bertuzzi, and then that was somehow dealt to Ottawa.
I think it was dealt to Ottawa in the what is it? I think it was dealt to Ottawa in the it was in the DeBrincat trade.
Interesting.
And,
interesting.
I'm not gonna lie though. I would have been fine with as much as I adore Kastelik. I also would have been completely fine with us trading Allmark for just the 6th overall pick straight up and getting like Tija Ginla with it.
Yeah,
that probably would have been
my whole take on that though, Bex, is honestly, I feel that for that trade, it was just like, we'll do this for you as long as you take Kastelik off our hands. Like Castellic
Corpy.
was an add-on to that trade. Or
And
not,
now-
yeah.
And nowadays, I'm like, we'll take Castellic 7 days out of 7.
Don't take corpse. Yeah.
Cassie is like
Cassie is nasty.
he has replaced Marchand 1,000%.
Mark Castellic in
my
my
rats.
Mark Castellic in my eyes is this team's Sean Thornton.
Good old Ratzelic.
King of the Rats, and this message is approved by Rat himself.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember. I mean, people will just continue to hem and haw about the freaking Allmark deal. They're like, why the fuck did they take Corpy in that deal? And I'm like, peeps, that's the price of dealing within your own division.
It's the price
Like,
of dealing
you
within your own
don't
division,
just-
and it's the price of dealing within your own division. And honestly, 2 years ago, would you have expected Bussy to be anywhere near viable? Would you have expected DiPietro to
No.
be anywhere near viable? No, you wouldn't have.
No, we got him for Jack Studnicka. No, I did not.
Well, that with Bussy, like even when they started getting a little bit more traction in the A, like I always considered DiPietro to be far better than Bussy, and then he comes out of the gate with Carolina and just completely fucking just. I can't even put it into words. He just went.
Yeah.
He went apeshit.
And he started to peter out towards the end of the year.
Obviously, but that's what comes with rookies, man. He's getting used to the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Anderson's doing insane for Carolina in the postseason right now. It's just insane to even say. It's Frederick Anderson plus playoffs usually equals, oh shit, not again.
Yeah, they have a really solid.
Hey! We're not at the conference finals yet. We still have time to watch Carolina get completely swept.
Well, yeah. I mean, whoever they play, either Buffalo or Montreal. I'm sorry, Philly. This might go 5. I don't see y'all winning.
I'm not gonna lie.
Buffalo,
Buffalo and Montreal is just trying to answer the question of, all right, who's losing to Colorado in the Cup Finals?
Yeah, honestly though, that's my personal pick. That's my personal pick of how the finals are going to end. Is it's going to be Colorado.
I need to blast all the small things again. I need to.
Yeah, I think Carolina's going to go to the Cup final, and it's going to suck because I think that Taylor Hall is going to get that close to the Cup and have to watch Brent Burns lift the Cup instead.
Remember when Taylor Hall was on the Buffalo Sabres?
Oh my God!
Here's
Buffalo
a better
remembers,
question.
Remember
when Taylor Hall was on the Arizona Coyotes?
Remember when Taylor Hall won the Hart Trophy with the New Jersey Devils?
Ooh, I remember.
It's freaking crazy. That's the thing too. Like, probably with the Devils, that was a flash in the pan too.
Yeah. I still can't believe that the only thing that Edmonton got in that trade was Adam Larson.
Well, that's a Peter Chiarelli special for you.
Yep.
Like hell, I remember
we're talking about the Bruins, guys. Come on.
Taylor Hall is still a Bruin in my heart.
Still a Bruin in my heart. Yeah.
He 100% looks like a horse, right?
Just a little bit.
Maybe he's the GOAT, and I'm kidding. No, he's not.
I mean, not at all.
He's like Kentucky Derby. Like he's not gonna win, but he's like third. He's like third place. I forget how they name it in horse betting.
He's the gift horse you don't look in the mouth. Was that what you're telling me?
All right, fellas.
Didn't he go? He went first overall, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it was him then Sagan.
He was the first of, I think, 3 consecutive first overall picks that Edmonton had. It was him, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Nail
Yakupov. Oh my God!
Could you imagine? feel like Nail Yakupov kicked back on the bench so that Pierre-Luc Dubois could fall asleep on it.
Girl, kicked up his feet and did what?
Had a spotty, why don't ya? There we go.
The line, Bex.
Say the line.
Say the line.
I think honestly, I think this has been a great talk. Is it always sucks having to. I love doing these videos, but it also is just like there's always an air of melancholy that comes with it. Like, God damn it, we have to. God damn it, now we have to watch one of these assholes raise the cup, and then we talk about stuff happening tangentially for like the next 2 weeks afterwards, and then nothing else happens for 3 months, and so we just shove our thumbs up our asses. Is like what do we do now? Yeah.
If it ends up being Colorado versus Montreal, I'll watch the finals. But as far as the rest of the playoffs go, I'm on the golf course already, dude.
I think that honestly, I think that because the
I want the Wild to win it.
I think that because of the Quebec roots of Colorado, I think that Colorado versus Montreal is probably the most interesting in Cup finals. But other than that, closing thoughts, everyone.
Yeah, my one hot take, and I'm probably going to get fucking canceled for this.
Boy.
But I am so stoked that Montreal is relevant again.
Honestly,
now, let me go ahead and explain real quick. Our rivalry is no longer with bullshit Toronto. Our true rivalry that has been like a century old is going to be fun to watch again. Like every single time we played Montreal this year was a blast. So anyway, that's my thought. Thanks for having me, Bex, too. This was a blast.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, I completely agree. I think that what is it? Like the rivalries are most fun when it feels like there's actual stakes to it. It's why it's honestly why losing to the Sixers this in the first round this year felt like a
back-to-back nights of heartache.
Huh?
My PTSD is
back-to-back nights of heartache.
Yeah.
It was friggin' Friday then Saturday. Watched both of our teams get down. And I was like,
you guys watched Game 6 happen, and I was at a rave.
Whoa, slow down, boys.
I was sober that night. It was, but I still had a shitload of fun. AJ, closing remarks.
I didn't do fucking shit.
Sorry, it was a little late.
That was funny. No, I mean, hell.
That was it. That was in response to. I just want to clarify for everybody watching. That was in response to Bex referring to missing Game 6, not that AJ speaking now.
You're good. All right. I was gonna say that, like, hey, I agree with Ian Bonner, Loqual, shout out. Anyways, that this is house money. It's real hard in the moment to sit there and accept that your team is not going to get past the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
like, hey, once it was over, but it's like pucks bounce however the hell they want. Hell, fucking Montreal won the Game 7 with 9 shots on goal and won 2-1. That's fucking insane. Are you kidding me?
That's still crazy to me.
So anything can happen, but it is what it is this year. We were supposed to be in the Gavin McKenna sweepstakes, which is not found out at the Gavin McKenna sweepstakes recently, which I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was really hoping that his whole criminal charge was gonna drop his
stock.
his value, but if anything, it made it go up.
Honestly,
quick thought.
If
real quick, Max. I was trying to mention it earlier when AJ was giving shout outs, but as I said, was cutting him off, so I obviously stopped. Another
You're good.
quick shout out that I want to give is to the Short Shift Podcast Discord. This season was an absolute blast in there. So just a little free advertisement for
Short
the boys there.
shift.
Always feel free to hop into the Short Shift Podcast Ratcast, where we just do walk along, fun time, and we talk, and there's soundboards that have the I do fucking shit and
Yeah, all
a
of the
bunch of
stuff I've been annoying with annoying everybody
you're
with the
good.
podcast.
You're good. It's fun.
Emily, any
it's a
closing
really good
remarks from
time.
you?
We do it every single game.
Yeah. It's the best, and it's where you'll likely hear at myself, Bex, Emily,
Yep.
and then also there's Jed. We call him Jed. It's a Redneck Jedi.
And Ganj.
And Ice Puck, and Ganj too.
Yep.
Ganja Grower and Oracle Ice Puck.
Speaking of
Anyways,
Emily,
that's
closing
all.
remarks?
On my end, as Evil Rat says, play the puck, shoot the kids, go
play the puck, shoot the kids.
I was literally gonna say play the puck, shoot the kids.
Morgan Geeky is
shoot the puck,
fucking
shoot-
elite.
Shoot the puck,
Also,
play the
like,
kids.
My eldest turns 3 tomorrow, so can we hit them with a happy birthday?
Mazel tov.
Happy birthday, CC.
Happy birthday,
Happy
CC.
Happy birthday,
CC.
CC. Anyway. Go bees.
Go bees. Thank you all so much for watching.
Go
We hope you have a phenomenal rest of your night, and we hope that you have enough liquor to get you through the rest of these playoffs, because we're all gonna need
Red Sox season.
Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.